Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow your eyelids to close. That's it. As you breathe in, just imagine breathing in a feeling of relaxation. Imagine the relaxation going in through your nose. And as you exhale, imagine how you would feel for any tension, any stress, any worries, to feel like it's slowly but surely leaving your body in your outward breath. That's it. I want you to create, just in your imagination, a color that would represent confidence and authenticity. Maybe there's two colors, one for each fused together. Or maybe one that represents both. But as you breathe in, imagine breathing in that wonderful feeling of confidence and authenticity. If you're breathing in confidence, you can exhale any anxiety. That's it. And if you're breathing in authenticity, allow any beliefs, any ideas that you have to pretend to be someone that you're not, to detach, to release, and feel that leave your body in your outward breath. It takes a lot of energy and effort to be someone that you're not. But as you breathe in and breathe out, you accept the suggestion that it is effortless to simply be you. And as you release all of that energy that's been spent pretending, you can deploy that same energy, particularly emotional energy, to trust that you can be you better than anyone else. Breathing in that resourceful feeling and exhaling any tension, I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine a tranquil river in France. Imagine a sunny, warm day, blue skies, and just imagine how you would feel if you were on a relaxing chair just by the riverbank, staring at the river and seeing the currents and the ripples. And as you breathe in and breathe out, feel that you can release any tension in your forehead. That's it. Release any tension in your eyelids. As you breathe in and breathe out, give permission to let go. That's it. I'm going to count from 5 to 1, and with each descending number, imagine feeling twice as relaxed as the number before. 5, just releasing any tension around your facial muscles. That's it, feeling a wave of relaxation, particularly your jaw. That's it. Become very aware of any muscles around your eyebrows. Think of the facial expression of concern or surprise and release those muscles. That's it, there in that chair by the riverbank. 4, double the relaxation and feel it ripple down into your neck and your shoulders. That's it, feel a lightness. That's it, feel your whole body getting lighter. And then 3, as your body gets lighter, just imagine your arms and legs feel limp, loose and heavy, as your conscious mind battles with the paradox of feeling light and heavy at the same time. Your body is lighter. Your arms and legs are limp, loose and heavy. That's it. Sinking into that chair by the riverbank. And then 2, feel that you're drifting down, deep down, to where change takes place, feeling your internal organs relax, your lungs relax, heart relaxes, and then your gut relaxes. So much of anxiety is there in the gut, so just release that anxiety, enabling you to breathe deeper from the diaphragm. That's it, deeper, deeper down. And then 1, feel a wave of relaxation from the tips of your toes to the top of your head and all the way back down again. And imagine that you drift off into a dreamlike nap there on that chair. And in that dream, imagine you're on an inflatable, looking upwards at the clouds while floating on a lazy river. That's it. And sometimes the current may spin you around. See the blue skies, the fluffy white clouds, and just feel your inner child just having permission to play, feeling relaxed. I want you to notice how loose, how relaxed, how natural you feel in this moment. And just imagine that the currents, slow as they are, gently move you, knowing that at any point you can take the dinghy or the inflatable back and just go around again. That's it. And just allow that to happen, almost like floating around, feeling so relaxed. Nothing to do. Deeper, deeper down, the motion of the water. And allow a part of you that wants to change to imagine leaving the inflatable and walking to a cave. Your conscious mind is asleep there in a chair. Your inner child is playing on an inflatable, looking up at the clouds, and the part that wants change is now walking into a cave. And the cave just represents the depths of your subconscious mind, the place where change can take place. You're safe in the cave, wearing whatever clothing and footwear is appropriate for the cave, and allow you to find a secret tunnel that goes deep down into the cave system. Enough light for you to see where you're going. And as you find yourself deep down in the cave system, I want you to see a pool of water that acts very much like a crystal ball. And as you stare into the pool of water, you're able to remember a time in your past that you trusted yourself. So as you stare into the pool of water, remember that time, a time when you had self-trust. Imagine that your imagination can go into the pool of water and go back to that memory, seeing you back then, younger but full of self-trust. I want you to mimic that younger version of you. Breathe the same way. Same facial expressions. Maybe even the same posture. And then when you're absolutely convinced that that version of you is full of self-trust, step into them and feel how wonderful it feels to trust yourself again. This is how it's meant to be. This is the default. Self-trust is your natural state. And you were taught to doubt, when trust is when you do things best. So allow your mind to awaken those feelings of self-trust. You can trust your decisions, your capabilities, your knowledge, and your ability to learn. And as you activate those feelings of self-trust, return back to the cave, seeing the pool of water. But before we go into the future, you open your mind to new ways of thinking that you can feel natural and at ease, as if speaking to close friends in every presentation, digitally or in person, that you can embrace your space, owning it fully. Feel that you can inspire your audience effortlessly, because from this point forwards you have permission to speak from the heart. Imagine going into a future presentation, maybe just 2 weeks into the future, maybe longer, maybe less. And imagine how it would feel to experience a seamless flow of ideas, connecting one thought smoothly to the next. The way you're breathing, the way you're smiling, gives you an idea that you're in flow. The perfect balance between your material and your audience. Feel that you are the conduit, taking your knowledge and sharing it with others. That's it. I want you to feel that a key is turning inside a lock, reopening your ability to be engaging and interesting. Noticing that whenever you create a spark of interest in other people, that your unconscious will learn how to do that more and more often in the future. Feel how it would feel to exude confidence, feeling secure in your knowledge and delivery. And you don't need to fake it till you make it. You can believe it until you achieve it. You can be honest in your expressions so that you can create a trustworthy bond with your audience. Feel the glowing warmth within you, like a cozy fire on a winter's day, as you allow yourself to radiate that warmth, making your audience feel welcomed and valued. You can be genuine because you are genuine. And every now and then you'll inject some humor without trying. No rehearsed jokes, but the occasional off-the-cuff comment will create smiles and laughter in your audience. The more you do that, the more comfortable you will feel doing that again. You have nothing to prove. The way you demonstrate your intelligence and understanding is just by caring about the topic you're talking about. And sometimes you can become more tech savvy just by using technology more often and in new ways. There was a time you didn't know how to use your phone, and now you do. You have the ability to learn, and you have a desire to learn even more. Sometimes the best stories are not linear scripts, but real stories of real things that have happened, observations, moments. And feel that where relevant and suitable, you can share these stories these experiences. And because they're real and genuine, that creates even more of a bond, a connection with you and the audience. They will care when you care. You won't try and memorize everything. That's a fool's errand. Instead, you will look at things as chunks of information. And there's so many things that you can talk about with each chunk. And that will help with memory and recall, helping your brain to effortlessly retrieve information when relevant and even when you speak. And it's time to let go of any shame or embarrassment of the past. That was never your shame to hold. The shame should be in the hands of those that suppressed your voice, tried to quieten you, or deprived you of opportunities. The shame was never yours. So reject that shame and extract the wisdom that comes from all those past experiences. You are wiser now than you've ever been. That wisdom will come through your words, exuding credibility and warmth. You can trust in yourself to do the very best you can with the resources available. And one of those resources is experience. The more experience you gain, the more resources are available, and the better you can do. So feel that you can trust yourself without needing to be perfect. Any setbacks or mistakes doesn't mean you've got something wrong. It's just feedback, opportunities to enhance your skills in your future presentations. As you believe in your ability to grow and refine your presentation skills over time, you can't learn to swim by reading a book. You dive in and feel the water on your skin. So treat every presentation as an opportunity to secure victories or to learn lessons, and both are equally valuable. Breathe in and breathe out and see yourself in that cave staring at a pool of water. And as you leave the cave, see someone looking exactly like you staring up at the clouds from an inflatable dinghy. Step into that version of you, reconnect with that inner child, reconnect with that ability to trust yourself implicitly, and then feel that you can leave the river and the dinghy, step back into that conscious mind that's fast asleep on a chair on the riverbank, breathing in and breathing out as it's time to leave this place. Return to reality, to be present. From this point onwards, you will look at the ambiguity of the word presentation to see the present in every presentation. And what if a presentation is a present to be present, giving you the voice that was once taken from you? Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, connect fully with the present moment as you return to the here and now. As I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake. wide awake, wide awake.